And then we'll take a little break before we start working with the computers. I think we'll get everything set up there. We'll take like a 10-minute break.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yay.
Did I say that? Everybody's logged out of computers here.
Oh,
There's
good. I
nobody
just want to
back
make
there.
sure log out and not shut down. That's a very
Oh,
important.
yeah.
Great, okay, good.
Cool.
Because if it shuts down, then no one can get it through Smart.
No.
Yay!
Is it okay for me to still play something back from the
I'm
instructor?
afraid, I don't think Malcolm's gonna use it, so if he comes in, you'll know, but I don't think he's in the instructor station. I think he's just waiting around for.
Okay, cool, good. We're gonna watch this video as the last one, and then we're gonna go over there and shut the room down.
Okay, you got it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, here we
I
go.
don't think we need a backup.
Say it again.
The water moving.
Yeah. I know. I'm like, I know, here's the slow, sexy fan. There's like a bird sitting there, not doing anything. Like he's like, you're so like stealth that he doesn't move. You know, he's not scared away. Oh yeah. How did you put it on tripod? It's so straight. Just half hour, but it's the slow motion. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Where is that?
I'm finding new buildings, Ocean Beach.
Yeah. I live like right around the corner.
Yeah, that's right. We met them. Oh, there's a doggy down there. Yes.
Yes.
My daughter was like, why is that there? And I was like, it's there used to be a place, a fast food place, a long time ago. And she's like, okay. It's cool. Chill up. That's right. Nice direction. Nice. I thought the Great Highway was closed. It just reopened?
Yeah, but it's closed.
It was closed that day, I did it, but, part of it.
Uh-huh.
Not, it wasn't closed, but, it was
Yeah, some feedback. What do you guys think? At the beginning, it wasn't maybe clear what's happening to this. A long
Yeah, I
shot with
was
the slow motion.
confused. I was confused at the beginning, if it was moving or not.
Uh-huh.
I really needed to pay attention. I think it was great when the bird came so we could like understand
Uh-huh.
more what was going on, and it was cool to see the bird moving slowly.
Mm-hmm.
I think what I would do in that case is like not to leave the video that long, maybe cut a little bit of the part in the beginning and
Right.
just catch the action of the bird. I think that was great. And another thing that I noticed is that probably you forgot to shoot everything on like horizontal in the phone.
Like the portrait
Yeah,
versus
I
landscape.
did that too. Like I committed that mistake. the
Horizontal
first-
versus.
Yeah.
The first day I shoot, and then I went home and I was like, no, and I went back another day and I did all the shoots like horizontal.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
I made that
I
mistake
mean,
too.
yeah,
It's
we're
like,
learning. And
crap.
Yeah,
we're
you know,
used to
like,
this.
it's not a fault, a fault, but it's good to point out, and it's good also to be like, get like, oh shit, because then you remember next time. Like if you burn yourself on the stove, you're like, okay, I'm not touching that again. That.
Yeah, that happened to me, and mostly because we're used to social media and like all noise and all that, it's like you hold your phone like this. So we're not used to record this way. So for this project, it has to be like this, and yeah, it happened to me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
It's like,
cool,
oh,
that's
crap.
really cool that you guys are, colliding
Yeah.
culture clash, a visual culture clash with vertical versus horizontal, because you're right. We use this 80% of the time vertical, and that's how you look at things. And if maybe there's Netflix, we go like this. Maybe if there's YouTube, we go like this or whatever. But most of the time we're looking at it like this. And all the video is horizontal. All the video is horizontal. That's how it's been, that's how it is. So you have this big culture clash. And actually, the video is changing, and filmmaking is changing because of the smartphone. But only so much, like movies, like Lucas is not going to shoot vertical or whatever, and people are going to the movie theater for that. But there is a change, like in Adobe Premiere, you can say, all right, center frame automatically with artificial intelligence, center frame what's important in this image, and then
Do it
scale it
horizontal.
up so that it fits into horizontal frame.
For an emergency, maybe.
And for stuff that was shot vertical, and for stuff that has to be both for the smartphone and for the
Oh.
widescreen,
Cool.
like even highly produced stuff is like, has to be for both aspect ratios, and it's difficult, so.
Oh yeah, I see.
So it's shot with like maybe, the example I saw was somebody talking about barbecue grilling, and they're shot like being in the middle, even if it's vertical or if it's horizontal, like they are in the middle. So yeah, this is your barbecue, blah, 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 I'll sell you it for $500 or whatever.
I think there was something you posted, like maybe it was last semester too, of like not a feature film, but like 10-minute, like professionally shot film in vertical specifically, because they were talking about how it's changing.
Yeah.
Like that, or,
Yeah, visual culture is definitely changing. Do you know any feedback for terrain video that you can bring up or remember, like the shots or music or anything?
Well, I noticed that the music kind
Right,
of.
she's giving you feedback, so you gotta get up to front.
Okay, the music kind of cut in and out throughout the whole thing. And I also heard some of the ambient sound of the wind in one of the shots too.
And that was a good thing, or would you rather just have the music track? I mean, what was your reaction to it?
I think it would have been a little more consistent if you just had the music playing throughout the whole video instead of having it cut in and out.
Without that sound. Cool. There's somebody doing
Yeah.
remote stuff.
It's,
There's somebody logging in here remotely, by the
it's
way.
like it goes.
In this
Yeah, there's a ghost.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Yeah, Javier, you're welcome also to weigh in, and Jason as well.
I did like the music. I think it fits with video. And
Yeah, it's good music.
I think it happened the same as John. At first I was confused, like this is a picture, and then when he started panning, I thought, oh, it's a slow mo. And then when that bear started because it looks like a mistake, and then you can actually see the bird. But I think that was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That nice
Yeah, the
capture.
bird was really
Cool. So what first looked like maybe just a mistake, long piece of footage that's just a still image, actually, once it shows the action here,
Yeah.
you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
that looks cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
very cool. And to see that.
Yeah.
That
Nice.
was made like.
Yeah, especially with the, it really looks so smooth
Yeah.
with the slow-mo, maybe your hand is going like this, but with the slow-mo. Cool.
Yeah.
Jason, you?
Yeah, good job, man. I think it was my favorite thing was also the slow-mo to like regular speed transition. I thought that was really cool. One thing I think that could even improve it further is like if it was like timed to like the music somehow, like the beat drops and then it goes into like fast mode, like I think that could have been kind of cool. Yeah, just like kind of comment like maybe next time we're like being mindful of the camera or your phone, shooting horizontal so that everything's in the same aspect ratio and filling the screen. But yeah, good job, man. Good job on everything.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite shots.
But yeah, like this whole thing is close to me because I live there.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
in that neighborhood,
right
so
around
I'm
the
like,
corner.
oh, cool.
met at, we had coffee at Java Beach right on the slope.
Oh.
Like the beginning
Something
special.
I missed.
So I think the shots that you got, are cool, and like we already talked about the slow-mo shot, you know, being, I think more advantageous if it's just before the pan, so it stays for 1 second, 2 seconds, and then it starts the pan already. Because right now it's like 1 minute and 14 seconds or whatever, and so you wait there for a minute before it starts the pan, or, I don't know, 40 seconds or something like that before it starts the pan, so that's too long. But once it does, it's a great shot. So my suggestion is put a montage of the beach before that, in the place where it's just waiting right now. So a montage of the beach might be, you know, of like a shot, you know, at 2 or 3 people walking or something like that. It might be the weeds that kind of grow up there. It might be a close-up of the water washing in, you know. So totally different shots, but they're all parts of, you know, facets of the beach. And then you have this shot that like shows you the slow-mo. And it suspends reality for a second, because it is a slow-mo, it is not real, but you can kind of see how the bird like flaps its wings in a way that you never see it otherwise. So it's really magical, it's a cool shot, it's really awesome. With some of these, I would just say, think of like, if you're out to do B-roll, so this doesn't, you're not gonna redo this assignment, but you are gonna do B-roll next week, Wednesday, boom. You know, it's kind of like you're gonna do B-roll again. So like this is a really nice shot with the doggy glider. So what other shots could you get? Maybe like just like an extreme close-up of like the eye or whatever, you know, that would,
Or the nose.
you can cut into that.
That would be scary.
Cut into that anytime. You could go like walk way back, get it like as a small thing in the landscape, but a prominent thing that's standing there. You know, those would be 2 more shots to add that you could like, you know, bring to this specific subject.
Right?
Cool. So nice, really nice. Good work.
Like, what would you want?
Oh yeah, and on this one, I don't know if
Oh,
you
yeah.
see it somewhere. Definitely tilt up, you know, because it could be Ocean
It's like hot.
Beach.
Ocean Beach.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. Is it really an O? You know. And Yukian Beach. With the U.
Yukian Beach.
Cool. All right, folks. That's great. Thank you so much. All right. So what we're gonna do is, pause that.
Okay.